All right, this is John Cola with OKRaw.com. Today we have another exciting episode for you. Today I'm here still at the Canada Fruit Festival 2019, and I love going to fruit festivals because I always run into old friends, such as my friend here, Karen Ranzi, who's been into raw foods now for 25 years, and also meet so many cool new people. But in any case, today I wanted to sit down with Karen because it's been a while since I've seen her, and find out what you're up to, and also learn about, I know you help people that with kids that have autism. And, autism, in my opinion, from what I've seen, is a growing health opportunity for, individuals and whole families to change for the better to get healthier. And so let's just talk to Karen about that. So Karen, tell us about how you help people with autism literally overcome that and or become significantly, more functioning in society.
Well, my story is that I was able to heal my son in 1994 when he was 3 years old from chronic ear infections and severe asthma through going to a raw food lifestyle, basically fruits and vegetables and lots of green juicing. And he healed in like 10 to 11 months, and that really spoke to me, and it got me writing. And I wrote a book called Creating Healthy Children Through Attachment Parenting and Raw Foods. That book came out in 2010, and somehow by osmosis it went all around the world. And so people in many different countries were able to get Creating Healthy Children and read about attachment parenting and raw food, and people with children with attention deficit disorder and hyperactivity and autism were all looking for ways that they could try something nutritionally instead of just going the medical route, putting their kids on drugs. I'm also a speech and language pathologist for over 40 years, working with children. So I have integrated my knowledge in raw food with children on the autism spectrum. And so I've been working with families who initially, some of them are skeptical because they really don't believe that the food will make a difference. But I've seen over and over and over again that this transition to a healthier way of eating helps the child to detoxify. Even things like heavy metals, which come from women eating a lot of fish during pregnancy, all the mercury in the fish. Also from vaccines have a lot of mercury, aluminum, and other heavy metals as well. And so the heavy metals, the gut is very much connected to the brain. So when food or vaccines are injected, well, vaccines are known to go right into the DNA. But when food is digested, the gut is very connected to the brain, and this is what's being found out in research on microbiome, and it's been going on for years. There's been many researchers talking about it now in peer-reviewed research. So we know that there's that connection, that the brain and the gut communicate. And so what happens when you change that microbiome environment? What happens is that gradually the child is able to let go of some of the toxins that come in from a variety of places. One of them is the heavy metals. But through my research and the research of others that are out there, things like glyphosate, Roundup, used for crops, for conventional crops. Women eating all conventional foods during pregnancy, this is a problem for their children. And it's, showing up more today than ever before. So it's really, really crucial that parents get the right education for prevention and also for healing their kids. I've worked with, I live in the United States, but I've worked with families as far away as New Delhi, India, Greece.
Wow.
I just finished working 3 months with a family in Greece with a 2.5-year-old girl with autism, and her communication improved. She wasn't making eye contact before. She's making eye contact, and just overall more communication with her families, and also more interactive with friends. Was doing more parallel play before, and now is interacting. So this is huge in just a period of 3 months.
Wow.
It's like nutrition is very powerful stuff. And, you know, things like dairy products. Dairy has casomorphines that affect the brain. And you get kids off of dairy, and very often, parents who I've talked to and worked with, you know, they're always so excited to see the progress that happens when you get kids off of dairy, when you get them off. A lot of them are allergic to gluten. Peanuts. Peanut butter has a mold called aflatoxin. You have to get them off of these things. And then you can see some really, really important changes. Also, very early in the child's life, it's so important after a child is born to practice skin-to-skin contact. That skin-to-skin contact, it reduces cortisol, the stress hormone, and it increases oxytocin, the love hormone. And that hormone helps the child become alert and to feel right in the world. And there's research. I know that there's a medical doctor in Sweden who does some research on this. And the research, all the long-term research on this is showing that skin-to-skin contact, holding the baby, also the excellent bacterial benefits of breastfeeding the baby and that bonding experience. All of these attachment parenting principles I talk about in my book, Creating Healthy Children. And I also have information on it on my website, superhealthychildren.com. And so this is, you know, these are just some of the things that we need to know when we want to create health for children who have attention deficit, or anywhere on the autism spectrum, from high functioning all the way down to low functioning. And I've seen kids low functioning autism completely turn around.
Wow, that's so amazing, Karen. Just by simply changing what you're eating, avoiding certain foods that are potentially causing the problem or exacerbating the problem. So, I mean, I really want to give something to the viewers that are sitting through this to watch this right now, because you guys probably might have a child that is affected, you know what I mean? I know one of the things for me, I really love skin-to-skin contact because I need some more oxytocin in my life. But thank you, Karen. But aside from that, you know, what are maybe like the most important 5 things people should do right now if their kid has autism, or what would you do, five most important things that they should just do immediately?
Mm-hmm. I would say number 1, start moving towards a diet of plants, okay? Because your child needs fiber. There's no fiber in animal food. And especially, like I said, the dairy and the gluten. You got to start with that, getting your kids off the dairy and gluten. I would say if that's the first step, go ahead and start there. Also, you know, at any age, like I was talking about the skin to skin, I realized early on that I didn't carry my son enough when he was younger, so I started carrying him. He was the second child, and I carried my first child a lot more, but once you start having more kids, it just gets more complicated, and sometimes you don't carry the other kids as much as you did the first child. I recommend holding your children, getting them against your skin, and letting them feel that, and being present for them. I would say that that is really important also, so that would be like 2 and 3. I would just say also fruit. Fruit is super beneficial for the brain. And I have a new book that will be out. It's completed. I'm looking for a publisher. I hope it's going to be called Autism Reversal. That's what I would like to be called. So it was just completed. And in that book, I talk about the benefits and the research out there of fruit for the brain. So you got to get your kids eating fruit, okay? And there's some excellent fruits out there, grapes, berries, like blueberries are like a reconstructive food. They can make huge changes, and it's well known that for all brain disorders, including attention deficit, autism, Alzheimer's, dementia, Parkinson's, the berries, and especially blueberries, crucial to get these in the diet. Start growing your own food, go to local organic farmers. If your kids are finicky eaters, this is like my last tip. If your kids are finicky eaters, like many children on the autism spectrum are, then get them volunteering. Work with them as a family to volunteer. If it's not your garden that they're in, then get their feet in the dirt in somebody else's garden, in a local organic farm. Sometimes they love to have help and volunteers. So get your kids there and get your kids grounded. I'm sorry, we're going beyond, I think, the 5 tips, but get your kids grounded. Get their feet connected to the ground. Bring them to the beach. Get their feet in the sand. Run around in the grass. Go camping. Sleep outside under the stars. These factors are all going to bring them back to nature. We need to get our kids reconnected to nature. This is what is going to heal.
Wow, those are 5 amazing tips that whether you have a child that have some opportunities to improve, you guys should be doing as well, even if you don't. These are good solid tips that I would encourage you guys to do. Wow, Karen, this has been so beneficial for people. If they start implementing these things, maybe they could even start to see changes, and then if they could reach out to you for more coaching, more counseling, how would they do that?
So, my website is superhealthychildren.com. You can contact me directly by going to Karen, Karen, at superhealthychildren.com. For those people who are interested in taking my course, I have a raw vegan coaching certification course where you'll learn a lot of information on your own, along with mentoring from me personally. And that's at feelfabulouswithfood.com. And my Instagram is superhealthyraw. On Facebook, you can message me at Karen Ranzi. My first name is Karen, last name Ranzi. I've been in the vegan and raw food community for over 20 years, and I've coached families worldwide and healed a number of children or made significant improvements for them, and as adults as well. Even older people can make improvements. They say that, it's been said in certain research and in certain books that up until age 18, that you have more opportunity for improvement. And of course, the younger the child, get that information now, and, certainly feel free to contact me. I have a lot more information to offer, but even older people on the spectrum or those with attention deficit, a lot of this is changing the diet and the lifestyle and getting more connected to nature. There's so much out there on this, and I've written articles, and my book will have a tremendous amount of information, and I hope to offer that to you soon. So thank you, John.
Oh, wonderful, Karen. Yeah, so this was so great. These are things that I like to do. I like to connect and ground with nature. I like to go out to my garden when I'm not traveling and be there every day, work in my garden, get my hands in the dirt, be connected, know where my food comes from, know what's sprayed on it, know what the nutrients are I'm putting in the soil to have the highest quality food. But yeah, these are some of the basics that you guys definitely should start doing today. Contact Karen more. I'll put links down below to her websites and everything down below in the description if you guys want to learn more about her. So thank you so much, Karen, for being on the show today. If you guys like this video and want more videos with Karen when I run into her and see her, make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. Also, be sure to share this video in different autism forums and other places where more people could be aware of some of this knowledge and how changing the diet and doing some other things can significantly help people heal, many conditions that currently people are being afflicted with. Also, be sure to click that subscribe button right down below so you don't miss out on my new upcoming episodes. I've coming out about every 5 to 7 days. You never know where I'll show up or I'll be learning on my YouTube channel. Make sure you click the little bell so you get notified as my new videos come out. And finally, be sure to check my past episodes. My past episodes are a wealth of knowledge. Over 500 episodes at this time on this YouTube channel dedicated to teach you guys all about the benefits, how you could heal and eat more fruits and vegetables, which are literally the best foods on the planet, in my opinion. So with that, my name is
John.
And according to research, actually. So with that, my name is John Kohler with OKRaw.com. We'll see you next time, and until then, remember, keep eating your fresh fruits and vegetables. They're always the best.